Good morning, everybody. Today we are taking a very relevant and useful topic, that is habits to become mentally stronger. I have seen many people working to maintain their physical, strength, and they go to various kind of gyms. They do workout, then they do yoga, they walk, and they try to maintain their physical strength. But building mental strength is also equally important. So I shall be dealing with this topic today, and I shall be telling you certain habits which you can inculcate in your personality, which can make you become mentally stronger. Now, building mental strength is essential for navigating life's challenges and thriving. While we often focus on physical fitness, developing mental muscle is just as important. Mental toughness or the mental strength allows us to handle adversity of life better, pursue meaningful goals in life, and live a fulfilling life. So, mental strength or being mentally stronger is very essential. Now, cultivating essential habits for mental strength can help boost the mental grit and resilience. One can take small, consistent actions that foster positivity, self compassion, mindfulness, and growth, which are decisive over time. Even when we stumble in life because of any kind of adversities or because of some kind of major sickness or because of somebody's death in the family, we can stumble or we can get mentally disturbed. But the ones who are mentally strong, they use these setbacks as opportunities for improvement rather than reasons to quit. So, these people who are mentally strong, they do not actually stumble in adversities. They always look at such setbacks as opportunities for the improvement, or maybe they take this situation, these kind of tough situations, help them to judge their own capacities. Now, in this talk, I'm trying to explore 10 science backed habits which can be applied to become mentally robust. By making these practices or by taking these habits in your personality as a part of your daily routine, one can train the brain to handle uncertainty, overcome negativity, adapt to change, and bounce back from hardship. One can follow these very simple but very effective ways to build the mental strength and create a life which you love to live. So, here I shall be dealing with total 10 habits which can help to cultivate more extraordinarily mental fortitude. The more we can say that these are some of the habits which we can include or inculcate in our personality so as to help cultivate more extraordinary mental fortitude or the mental strength. Now, in this talk, I shall be dealing with one by one the 10 practices or 10 habits. The first one, which I believe as the most important, is practice gratitude. We can make a consistent effort to focus on what you are grateful for. Means you can make a gratitude journal. That I am trying in my life also. Whereas every day in the morning, I write down at least 3 things for which I am thankful for. These gratitude points, rather, can be written in the journal as per person's own experience. Expressing gratitude fosters positivity, contentment, and emotional resilience. The gratitude points can be simply that I am awake, I have another day to live, I have a house where I live, I have a pet whom I love so much or who loves me, I have a son who is doing so well, I have a daughter who is married in a good family, I have a great career, I am a satisfied person, my all organs are functioning well. So that can be, anything. You can be gratitude, you can express your gratitude towards any of the things which generate positivity in your mind or satisfaction in your mind for that matter. Studies have shown that people who actively practice this gratitude, they sleep better, they have low blood pressure, and they are more optimistic. So when we practice the gratitude, we can say that we get positivity within ourselves, and we also generate positivity in the lives of those who are around us or those who are living with us. The second one is reframe negative thoughts. So you have to let the pessimistic thoughts away from you, because the pessimistic thoughts or the negative thoughts paralyzes you. They make you think negatively, and when you think negatively, then you have to pause and try to reframe this situation into an opportunity for growth. So whenever there is a negative thought, Ask yourself a question like, what lessons can I learn from this? Supposing if some of your friend who has cheated on you, you have to stop, pause, and think what this experience has taught you. Or you can also think, how can you become more stronger? When you practice this, when you practice reducing the negative thoughts, you can train your brain to interpret challenges more constructively. So, by continuously practicing, you can reduce the negativity and bring in positivity, and also you can make yourself more contented in your life. So, this was the second habit. The third habit is accept what you can't control. This is a very important point, or it's a very important habit which we all have to practice. That is, focus your time and energy on situations within your control and practice accepting all those circumstances which you cannot change. There are many situations in life which we have to simply accept. For example, if we are detected or diagnosed by the doctor with some serious ailment in our body, or if we are told by the doctor that you have to undergo a major surgery. In this situation, you will surely be disturbed, you'll surely be affected initially, but with some time and energy, you should try to accept it, and you should try to go ahead with the treatment line. Rather than sitting on the thought, you have to act upon the thought and you have to work on the situation. So, letting go of what you can't control reduces unnecessary stress. Sometimes, some people who lose the job, suddenly they are told that you are no more there in the job, and from tomorrow you are not expected to come to the organization. It comes as a shock, but you have to accept it. You have to take a pause. You have to think about it and then act about it in a positive way. The serenity comes from having the wisdom to know the difference between what you can change and what you can't change. Now, here I shall also give you an example where I can say that if suppose someone loses a family member, or there is a death in the family, it comes as a rude shock and it takes a lot of time to deal with this kind of loss because we are so used to of living our life around that person. But ultimately, when you accept the loss and accept the fact that every living being has to die, and there is a birth and there is a death which are certain, and the line between birth and death is our life. And in this line only, we can do certain corrections and changes. So, the point number 3 or habit number 3 is to accept what you can't control. Next is step outside your comfort zone. Now, here I would like to give you an example that there are some people who wants to always remain in their comfort zone, and they do not want to undergo the challenges. So don't avoid uncertainty or challenges. Instead, systematically expose yourself to minor discomforts to expand your comfort zone. You have to systematically do that. Slowly, you have to keep putting yourself in discomfort zone wherein you feel little bit discomfort and you are required to make the adjustments. The activities that make you anxious, for example, public speaking, social networking, traveling alone, etc., will increase your mental stamina. Means there are some people who have the fear of public speaking. I would suggest that they have to practice public speaking in small ways. Like for 10 minutes, you can stand and speak in front of the public. Next time, maybe you can increase this to 15 minutes, then 20 minutes. And a day comes when you easily speak in front of the people. There are some people who have fear of social networking, or they have some kind of anxiety when they go in the social situation. Such people should also try to mix with people. They should make their networks and they should try to increase the interaction in the social situation. Step by step, they will realize that initially they were comfortable in one-to-one interaction, then maybe interaction with 2-3 persons, then 10 persons, and maybe then any number of persons. Likewise, traveling alone is also sometimes a very anxiety creating situation for a few. They should try to travel alone. Unless you try to put yourself in the discomfort zone, you cannot be, learning, or you cannot be growing. So stepping outside the comfort zone helps you to grow. Don't ever depend upon your parents or your spouse or your children for putting you in comfort zone always, but try to make yourself little bit uncomfortable, little bit anxious, which will help you to grow further. The next habit which we all have to cultivate is cultivating emotional resilience. We have to find healthy ways to acknowledge, process, and release difficult emotions like anger, anxiety, and grief. The emotional resilience is the ability to experience hardship without letting it overwhelm you. Build resilience by opening up to trusted friends. So, the first group to whom you can open up is trusted friends, those who will not make a gossip of your information. Journaling, you can write down your experience for getting the emotional catharsis. Exercising to relieve the stress, or in extreme cases, seeking counseling when needed. So, cultivating emotional resilience through friends, through journaling, through exercising, through yoga, or through counseling can help you to become emotionally and mentally strong. Practice self compassion. This is the sixth habit, where you have to treat yourself with understanding and kindness rather than criticism. I have met many people in my life who are continuously criticizing themselves. They have critical opinion about themselves, how they look, how they eat, what they do, how they exercise, how they dress up, uh, how they cook. Like they continuously go for criticism of self, which can be very unhealthy for your mental health. Self compassion, rather, is, in place of self criticism, what you have to generate is self compassion, which builds the confidence and resilience needed to tackle these challenges. You have to be very, very patient with yourself when you stumble and avoid the harsh self judgment. There are some people who keep on passing very harsh judgment about self. Like, I am good for nothing, I am not a good friend, I don't have a good friend, I am not good in public speaking, I am not good at cooking, I am not good at anything, I am not worthy of living in this world at all. So they speak to themselves all negative ideas. The point here is you have to speak to yourself as a good friend, which will be very helpful strategy. So you have to be a good friend of yourself. The next point is foster supportive relationship. Surround yourself with positive people who encourage and believe in you. This is a very important point. Many times we are knowingly or unknowingly surrounded by those type of people who are very negative, and they discourage us and they do not believe in us. They create negativity for us and they reduce our self-confidence. So unfortunately, many times we have such people in the family, in the friend circle, with whom when we interact, we get pushed down. Our morale goes down. So that is not really good. Make spending time with nurturing such relationship which are positive, and limit the time with toxic people who drain your mental energy. All those people who are toxic or who are negative or who are pushing you down, such friends and relatives are not really good for your life. Choose friends who inspire you to become your best self. View problems as growth opportunities. The eighth habit, which I'm putting here, is we all have to view our problems as growth opportunities. Adopt a growth mindset where you are dealing with the problems as opportunities for improvement rather than reasons to quit. Now, since all of us are living in this world, we are bound to have the problems. Some people take these problems as the end of life. They talk negative about the problems, or they keep on discussing the problems. But the most resilient people embrace the challenges and problems, and they adopt to change. Means, in place of the problem, they try to look at them as the challenges. Maintaining determination in the face of setbacks takes the mental strength. So there are people who look at the problems as obstacles, and there are some people who look at the problems as challenges. So I'm trying to promote this idea to all of you that we all should inculcate the habit to view problems as growth opportunities, and problems should not be the reasons to quit in life. The next point is practice mindfulness. Make a habit of bringing full awareness to the present moment. We have to be very conscious about the present moment. Mindfulness, or being aware about the present situation, reduces stress, sharpens the focus, and promotes the mental balance. If you think too much about the past or too much about the future, then you are not living your life in present. And that can affect your living life with the help of, reality, or we can say that you may lose your focus and you may lose your contact with the reality. Take mindful moments to consider thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. You should be always living your life in present moment, and the past is gone, future is yet to come. I would definitely say that past gives us lesson and future planning is also important, but what is today is the most important. And living your life as it comes is very important. So practicing mindfulness is an important habit. Now the last one, that is 10th habit, take care of your physical health. As I had been telling you about the habits of mental health, the last point I am considering here is it is very important to look after or take care of the physical health. You have to follow a very nutritious diet, exercise regularly, get adequate sleep, and manage the stress. Caring for your physical health provides the biological foundation for mental strength. That means if you are physically healthy, then your mental strength is more helpful in living the life. Things like a 5-minute breathing meditation after every worked hour. There are so many executives who are very busy in their day-to-day life, work life. So they have to do some breathing exercise after every 1 hour, or take a short walk in between the meetings, or eating very healthy snack which can recharge the mental energy. So here in this point, taking care of your physical health, your diet, your sleep. I have seen that there are so many people who are unable to sleep on the best of the bedding, best of the bedroom, in the best of the surrounding. They are not able to sleep, because of which the next day, their mental energy is drained. Even their physical energy is drained. So it is very essential for all of us to have the healthy physique and healthy nutrition and good sleep, by which our mental strength can become better. Building, so overall, we can conclude that building mental muscle requires small, consistent actions daily. With regular practice of these 10 habits, you can develop the resilience to handle life's ups and downs and the tenacity to achieve your goals. Be patient on your journey to become mentally stronger. So, developing the mental strength is not very quick. It requires a lot of patience, lot of practice to make you mentally strong. So, what are these key takeaways from my today's presentation? There are the 10 points which I spoke about. Cultivate thankfulness daily to enhance positivity. So be grateful, being grateful or developing gratitude. This was the first habit. Reinterpret challenges optimistically as chances to improve. So take challenges as opportunities. Concentrate your efforts on controllable situation. Just concentrate on those situations which are in your control. Venture beyond your comfort zone to increase mental fortitude. Always try to move out of your comfort zone, make small effort, and this type of movement will help you to grow better. Next is develop skills to process difficult emotions healthily. Emotions like anger, anxiety can drain your mental energy. So develop the skill networking to process these emotions, negative emotions. Treat yourself with understanding and compassion. Don't be self critical. Don't pass on negative judgment about yourself daily. Don't condition yourself with negative self talk, but be understanding and be compassionate towards yourself. Foster supportive connection with others. Have good networking, have good friends who can help you to generate positivity. Next is regard problems as opportunities to learn and grow. Next is bring attentive awareness to the present moment and live in the present, not in the past and future. And lastly, make self care through nutrition, exercise, and rest. Make it a priority of your life. So, overall, in this particular presentation, we can conclude that building mental strength requires a lot of patience, persistence, and daily devotion to small but meaningful habits. Approaching our life's obstacles with gratitude, optimism, self compassion, and mindfulness allows us to survive and thrive. Reframing setbacks as learning opportunities fosters the adaptability and grit needed to overcome the challenges. Letting go of perfectionism and cultivating emotional resilience are also very vital. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community reinforces mental fortitude, as does taking care of your physical health through nutrition, exercise, and rest. So here I conclude, and I believe that this talk has helped you in understanding some of the important habits which you can cultivate in your personality, and it can help you to make physically as well as mentally stronger. And if you are mentally stronger and if you are mentally stable, you will have better chances of success in your life. Thank you so much.